Hi, Sages. Ooh, I'm always so excited when I get to the Sagittarius reading. I'm a Sag rising, and this is like home turf for me. Um, this is the fun people, right? This is the party people. These are the people. We are the people that know what life is all about. It's about the fun. It's about the expansion. It's about the ever increasing enjoyment of life and how we can go after it, right? That's what it's about. It's about going for the kill when it comes to laughter and expansion. Let's do it. I'm ready anytime. Let's do it, right? That's what life's about. Now, before I get into my note for July, because it's an interesting month, you guys, I'm just going to briefly say that I'm working with my beautiful friend Tiffany, and she just renamed her store Pink LUNE, but she makes amazing jewelry with high quality materials. I'm wearing fluorite, I'm wearing rose quartz, I'm wearing gold filled everything. Beautiful. I'm going to leave her, she's giving you guys 15% off at her store. I'm going to leave her Etsy shop below, Pink LUNE, and I'm going to leave the promo code and how you can use it in the shop. Please check her out. She's about to get so many amazing things, and you guys, seriously, she's a dear friend of mine. I just can't say enough good stuff. So, back to the Sag party. Woo-hoo. Okay. So, my note for July before I don't have a card out on the table yet at all, you guys. July is an interesting month. Sun is in Cancer. This is your 8th house. This is some deep energy for you all. And my note is this. Hold your space. Hold your space. There's a sacredness to this July for you guys that is very powerful. And you, like I was saying before at the very beginning of this video, I said, you guys are like, you go in for the kill, right? You see what you want to be doing. You see what you want to be creating. And you're like, let's do it. I don't need to like sit around and wait. If I want to create something, I'm going to create something. And this July is kind of like, oh no, we're going to sit and hold the sacred space. First card that came out, Hermit. We are going to hold this space. And we are going to look inside, and we are going to spend some time with our vibration. And I know you guys can get on with this because you are so spiritual and you're so in tune. So this is a big part of you, and I think that you get it. This is one of those months where it's very magical. It's very magical. Like, this is one of those months where, I love this card. It really represents what I'm seeing for Saggies this month, which is kind of taking that lantern and putting it within and playing with your vibration and realizing that life is this strange video game, and you put it in there and like immediately things come to you that match the beauty of that lantern vibration, right? There's this quietness, this warmth, this softness to it that is just so beautiful, you guys. And so it's an interesting month though, right? Because being a fire sign, being a go-getter, being somebody who's passionate and clear and ready, the holding of the softer space is sometimes a little tricky. It's a little tricky. It's it can feel slightly alien. Now, once again, Saggies, you of all the fire signs, I think are more able to do this. You get this because you have that deep philosophical side. You have that understanding of the universe in terms of the reality of it, right? And so you get it. But there is something to be said about having to hold space for something when you, like, what I'm getting is you guys know what you want. You know what you want. I think some of you you're very into somebody, you're very into a project, you're very into, whoa, the world just fell out, you guys. That's very cool. And that was the 4th card I pulled. I will talk about all of them when I get them out, but you're ready. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you guys kind of came to a lot of clarity in June, and you were like, okay, I know what changes I want to make. I know what steps I want to take. I'm ready. Like, can we just do it now, please? And so I do think that even though you know how to hold your space and you know how to go in and you know how to hold that lantern and play around with your vibration, you can do it. You're fully aware you can do it. It's like, but I know what I want. Like, can't I just have it? Can't we just do this now? Well, and here's the short answer is yeah, you can. You can have it. You can have it. Man, these cards do not want to come out today, you guys. And just as I said that, whoa, all of my cards fell. Excuse me. You guys. That's what I get for complaining, right? What was I just saying about how I know what I want? Come on. Let's see what came out, because I think we have all your cards for this reading. Yep. Wow. Okay. You know, the short answer is yes, you can have what you want. I can't believe that just happened. That was, speaking of energy and holding it, I'm trying to keep everything kind of calm here. Short answer is yes, you can have it all. You know, you're going to start off holding that energy, holding that soft spot. But yeah, I mean, there is something charging in for you here that is quite beautiful. This air sign is still around, you guys. So for some of you who have been feeling, you know, you've been having a back and forth with an air sign, somebody who really challenges you and gets you and pushes you and all of this stuff, you know, they're still around. They're charging in, and there is this kind of building of something that's going to be around. There's this lushness going on here. There's this, for me, what I'm getting is it's like there's a larger lesson to be learned. There's a larger experience that's being learned from this high intensity energy that's coming in for you. And once again, as you hold the space for it, it's coming in for you. Like, you're not having to run after it at all. This is coming in for you. So see how he's charging right towards that Ten of Pentacles? That's kind of what's going on. It's like the Ten of Pentacles is all about building a foundation, building a family and a reputation, an empire, right? It's a long game, long process energy. And this is a very fast, swift energy, but there's something going on here between these two and how they're interacting. And there's what I'm getting is like the things that are kind of coming in and out of for you have to do with long-term fulfillment. Long-term emotional fulfillment. Like whatever lessons you're getting from partnerships this month have a lot to do with your entire life experience, with your entire experience of existence. There is this emotional reality check coming in for you guys. Like somebody, here's what I'm getting. Somebody, you know, this King of Cups energy, that is about emotional overflowing the cup, right? Really caring for somebody, but in a level-headed way that is very real, right? And the world is about endings and beginnings. It's about ripping something open, kind of in the ashes of something old, right? And I'm just getting like, there's a big picture lesson coming in for you guys. There is, and that's why there's a need for patience. There's a need for holding that space, because there's some kind of message, very deep message. It's going to take a little bit of time this month to really come to fruition, is what I'm getting. Instead of it being like, you know, here's an answer, boom, we're done, let's have a conversation, we're done. It's, you know, despite the fact that we have this air energy here that's moving fast, the other energies around it are kind of like, no, it's going to take a moment for it to come full circle and develop into this richness. So patience is key this month, you guys. The 8th house energy, which you are in when the sun is in Cancer, is the subterranean world. It is the world of going down into the depths and re-emerging. It's the energy of transformation. It's the deepest healing energy. So this is building into something really strong. Now, this is great. if you have that patience and you have the patience with yourself and the self-love and kind of just embracing the slower energy, what I'm seeing for you is you're going to be feeling a fullness of heart this month, a very full experience of the world. This is great too, because at the end of the month, the sun is going into Leo, which is your 5th house, which is your house of creativity and playfulness and children and heart-centered everything. This is the heart house for you. No, actually, I'm sorry, that is for Aries. So no, this is 9th house, right? So the 9th house for you, I'm sorry, which is, you know, you rule the 9th house actually. So when you're in Leo, when the sun's in Leo, this is great. It is about expansion. It is about the higher learning. And here I see a lot of friendship, a lot of heart strength. You know, this is the Leo card right here. So feeling very warm. I'm feeling a lot of you are going to feel the warmth. Your hearth is going to be stoked, and you're going to be feeling that you can share of yourself in a very deep way. But this is on a friendship level. And so what I'm seeing is, like, socially, you're going to be out there, wonderful Sagittarians that you are, lighting up the room the way that you do, being hilarious, being warm, feeling the receptivity, doing it very well. Underneath the surface, however, though, you guys, you're going through something very deep emotionally. And I really see this with partnership. I really see this with who you're connecting with. And so while you are this showstopper on the surface and you're really happy in your friendships, in your work communities, in your community in general, you are there. You are that glowing, warm presence that everybody loves, right? Underneath the surface, there is something working at you when it comes to your relationships. And I say that because the last 2 cards we have here, and this is on top of everything I was talking about before, the 5 of Cups and the Tower. There's an ending and a beginning kind of thing going on here. And what I'm getting is that you are saying goodbye to an old way of doing relationships. You are saying goodbye to an old way of seeing and feeling and expressing. And it's kind of painful even. You know, the Tower, once again, I mean, we have the World and the Tower in this reading. And the 10 of Pentacles. These are all about, you know, endings and beginnings, like I keep saying. And there's something going on here where it's like you are having to shed an old skin. And it feels like instead of building something, you're just tearing it down. But you are actually building something, if that makes sense to you. It's like if you can let go of an old way of seeing relationships, and if you can hold this quiet space for this other person, this situation, and to come around in its own time, which it's going to feel like this. You're going to feel like you are mourning the loss of something. You are mourning the loss of a way that you've done things before. You're mourning a loss of the way you understood the world. If you can hold that space, though, what's going to happen is it's going to come full circle. But it is kind of a hard process. I will admit there's a painfulness to it that I think underneath the surface you are going to be feeling. And while you push forward, because you are about the joy and the expansion and the fun, you are about this. I mean, this is Sag energy. This is how it should be. This is how it should be. It should be this fun, you know. And you are going to be doing that because you are determined to continue to be your wonderful shining self. I know you are. Underneath the surface, there's a really deep process going on here. I think for a lot of you, you are kind of dealing with like almost a twin flame, somebody who is teaching you a lot, but it's not always this straightforward, nice path. It's not always this easy building of something. But yet, like I said, what I keep getting, and I think this will make sense for each of you in your own way, is that it feels like you're tearing something down, but you're actually building a foundation. That's what I'm getting. And if you can keep that flexibility in mind, which I think you can, you know, you're the mutable fighter sign, you are the sign of expansion, you will be able to see it. You'll be able to see it. You know, kind of like one of those magic eye books. It's like if you look at it in that right way, you'll see the image. It's like that. That's a lot what it's like this month for you guys. So, you're going to have a little faith. You're going to have a little faith that this situation is going to come around and it's going to make sense for you. It's going to make sense for you. It might take a couple months, though. It might take a couple months. Now I'm going to pull, I pulled a couple clarifiers from my Cosmic Tarot, and I got, and this is so funny, this is exactly it. The Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands came out. And when I see this, oh, and then Judgment's at the bottom of the deck. That's perfect. That's so perfect. And actually, let's see. Yeah, let's reverse the order. That's how they came out for you guys. So, you know, Queen of Pentacles, that grounding, that waiting, that being patient, right? You know, just holding that soft spot. She's very good at doing that. That's a great energy. When you do that, look at this. Eight of Wands, moving forward, action coming in, making it make sense, judgment. The pieces clicking into place and you're like, oh, I had a revelation. Now I get why this subterranean stuff was happening. This is the kind of month it's going to be. And it's not always going to feel easy. It's not always going to feel natural to you. I'll be honest. You know, it won't. But like I said, there's this benefic intensity to it. There's a benefic intention to it. That's what I was trying to say. And the softer you can hold this space, I think the thing that's going to happen here this month for you guys, it's really interesting, but it's like, yeah, if you can just hold that space as softly as you possibly can, because with Sun in Cancer, that's kind of the rule. It's all about the intuitive knowing, right? The quicker and the more intense this clarity is going to come to you. It's like a wave will just come to you, and here you go. Your final cards, these are revelation cards. These are like, oh my gosh, I get it. Like for me, it's almost like you get the prize at the end of the day. Like once that sun hits Leo, it's like you get the prize. And like you're going to feel a little bit like, huh, yeah, I knew all along. I bet some of you are going to have a little bit of a crisis of faith in the process, though. That's the thing. But what I'm getting is, yeah, you're going to get your treat at the end of it, right? And so while there's a destructiveness and you're going to feel like, oh, this is not going well, this is going to end in a disaster and a ball of flames. No, there's this like reversal almost, and it comes back, and then you realize, no, actually what that was a building. What an interesting reading. Truly, I'm still getting my head wrapped around it. You guys are about to experience some really deep things and some very transformational energy that I think it's gonna end up in the long run really like setting you up for some new stuff. And I've been saying that a lot for people in July because I think July is kind of a foundational month. It's kind of a reset button month. That Cancerian energy of foundation is extremely powerful, and a lot of signs fight against it. But if you can roll with it, it's where you can often find a restabilizing factor that allows you to go into this, you know, past the solstice into this new creation, right? So have some faith, you guys. I love you, Sagittarians. Truly, you guys are my family, some of my favorite people. Oh, love you guys. I'm going to leave my website, my info below, my email, everything. Get in touch with me. I do Skype readings. I do phone readings. I do email readings. We can work it out. I would love to be in touch with you guys. We always have an amazing time working together. Also leaving Pink Lune's info down below. Please check her out. She's amazing. I will see you guys in August. Have a beautiful July and have fun with this. It's going to be a trip. And like, just remember, life is a weird video game. Let's have fun. All right. Bye.